Hello, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. Today, it's an honor to present on behalf of John from First Phosphate. John is the CEO of the company. So today, we're going to talk about phosphate and the LFP battery valley in Quebec.
The arrow keys.
Hmm?
That's the arrows, yeah.
Okay, sorry. No, I think
It's the one on the right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, today when people think about critical mineral, you think first, I'm pretty sure, lithium, nickel, cobalt. And when you're thinking about battery, the first name that came to the mind is NCM, NCA, nickel, cobalt, manganese, nickel, cobalt, aluminum. However, LFP battery, lithium, iron, and phosphate is gaining in popularity, as we discussed this morning with Kimberly. And this type of battery, why is gaining in popularity? Is because it's safer. It's safer, it lasts longer, and you can see a list of different company, automaker, that during the last 2 years, they adopt this technology. You have Ford, Tesla, Rivian, and in this type of battery, there's a lot of advantage that we can talk later, especially for the project of First Phosphate, because it has the chance to have clean phosphate rock. So actually, the market of LFP battery is rising, and since 2021 up to 2028, we oversee that the global market will increase by a factor 5. So it will reach approximately $50 billion US. It's huge. However, we have a big problem with that. We have a shortage of phosphate rock. Why? In North America, we have that. First of all, mainly we have source of sedimentary rock. In US. That's one big problem, and social acceptability, environmental acceptability about that. And also all the reserves are almost used for fertilizer. Some are used also for food industry too. And with the project of First Phosphate, that he will dedicate all his production to EV battery, we think we can solve at least enough of the problem, because it aims to produce more than 700,000 tons, and it will satisfy at least 50% of the need in North America in LFP batteries. Here you have at your left the demand for LFP CAM. CAM is cathode active material in North America. So you see nice increase up to 2032 around. And you have at the same time at your right a graph, and you see the associated value to that. So with this project, it aims to produce more than 90,000 tons before 2032, which will represent the market share at around 10% of the total value of 22 billion. It's huge. And as I said, this project is based in Quebec province, in the area of Lac-St-Jean, Saguenay. And we have the chance to have that kind of pure, rare, igneous rock. It's anorthosite rock, and it's very pure, no toxicity, no radioactivity neither. And as I said, it's pretty rare, because around the world, more than 95% of the reserve is associated to sedimentary rock. So it's dirty a lot. You can have a lot of cadmium, you can have thorium, uranium, which radioactivity. So you need a lot of solvent for purify this. And in the world, you have 5% only on igneous rock. And on the 5, you have 4% associated to carbonatite However, carbonatite, it's often associated to rare earth element, and you can have trace of thorium and uranium too. So you have small amounts sometimes or higher radioactivity too. So only 1% residual, and the main deposit is in Quebec province in Saguenay area. So here we have three important reasons why Quebec igneous rock makes ESG scale LFP CAM. The first is geographic advantage. We have the chance to be in Canada and Quebec province, and we have the great support from the government. And also, this project fit also with the Inflation Reduction Act requirement. We have the right type of phosphate. As I already said, it's a clean rock. And also, it's driven by EV battery market. We have access to hydroelectricity in Quebec. And also, the company First Phosphate did a lot of discussion and exposure with the community, with the First Nation. So communication is one of the major points for this company. And they do a lot of effort also in environmental part. SGS were developing their process, and the team that work on that have in mind to develop a process that is respectful from the environment. So all the co-product are recovered, and we want to sell it and transform it to make sure that we can reduce the final tailing at the end. So here, at left, we have a nice graph of the demand up to 2100. You see the nice increase. However, as I already said, we have some struggling problem with the phosphate rock production. It's not a surprise. It started in the 80s, start to decrease. It's a big problem. And this problem is caused by different market driver, like all the production almost is dedicated for fertilizer and a lot of other things, ESG, because the source is coming from sedimentary rock. So I won't read everything, but it's a big problem. The source where the rock is found is a big problem, environmental and societal aspect. So now we're not surprised that the phosphoric acid is also a similar trend than the rock, because it's from the concentrate of phosphate that we can produce the phosphoric acid. So here at left, we have the graph that shows the decrease up to the 2019. And you see nice decrease, but it's combined merchant grade plus purified phosphoric acid together. And all to overcome this problem, so we think that with First Phosphate, we can satisfy the need into the demand for LFP battery. However, as Kimberly said this morning, I listened to you, Kimberly, the problem is that the market, okay, if we remove fertilizer in the equation, we still have food industry, like Coca-Cola, they require phosphoric acid. Pharmaceutical industry, they need it. So First Phosphate decide to focus only on EV battery. So that's why they want to, with the 700,000 ton from what they stipulate, they can satisfy at least enough of the need in North America in LFP battery. So where is located? I don't know if you're familiar with the Quebec province. We don't show correctly, but at the right of the picture, you see the blue part is St. Laurent River, and we don't see Montreal because it's in the bottom, in the south part. So here, at the location of the deposit, First Phosphate, you see the three blue star. Just at the bottom, you see the river called Saguenay River, and in the west side, we have Lac-St-Jean. It's not illustrated on that. So they have great infrastructure. They have access to deep sea port. They have access to hydroelectricity. They have access to road and also airport. So they don't have to spend a lot of money in CapEx just to build all this infrastructure because it's already present in Quebec province. So what they have done up to now, they have completed their NI 43101 and for Lac-St-Jean, and they started PEI last February, and they aim to complete that by the end of the year. Here we see Lac-St-Jean at your left. So the two main I can say that it's the entire region for phosphate. The main two domains, Lac-St-Jean and Bégin-La-Marche, is the two first that they will start to develop. Bégin-La-Marche is still in drilling, actually. But when it will be in production, they will start with the closest claim. And actually, Lac-St-Jean is at around 140 kilometers from Saguenay, just enough close from all the infrastructure, but not too close from the population. So, as I said, we are partner to develop the process, but there's a lot of other partners too that are involved in the project. Queen's University in Ontario, they work hardly on the mineralogy just to determine if the rock is clean. It's very clean. And we produce a concentrate, very high purity. And we developed the whole flow sheet for them and the flow sheet for byproduct too. And they have the intention to build the first facility in Saguenay area. And also for the transformation of the concentrate, the phosphate concentrate. They have agreement with Prion. Prion is one of the best around the world to produce phosphoric acid. One of the fourth or fifth large group, best clean technology. And they aim to build the transformation plant in Saguenay too. And other thing, also in the midstream part, they want to produce the CAM, the powder of cathode active material. It's very important for the market of Quebec. We're not just mining company. We can do a lot more transformation, and actually it fit with the volunteer of the Canada and all the provinces to go forward and track the market, because actually we'll lose totally this market. Just keep in mind that actually the production of LFP battery is dominated by China at 90% and more. That's crazy, isn't it? And we need to take this advantage to have this good localization and good team to have great success. And actually also for the downstream part, we're near from the battery hub in Saguenay-Lac-St-Jean. So we have access to different partners for US and other countries to make sure we can help on all the value chain of development of those battery and make the link with automaker. I think it's all. That's it. Oh, I don't spend too much time. I'm okay. So I let you the email of all the company main people in the company. I'll let you my email too if you have any question, any private discussion you want to have with John or with different group involved in the project. Here we have in the room Dominique is the director of our lab in Quebec. She's the one who developed all the process. So if you have any question, we will be happy to answer. So thank you. I hope you have questions. Yeah.
You say it's about 6% average P2O5 or P2O5. Is this the maximum you can expect from these anthropocytes?
Dominic knows by memory. Go ahead, Dominic.
This is okay.
Yeah, and
it's rare. 10% is rare.
Yeah, and also because the concentrate of phosphate, the concentrate is pretty rich. What's the highest value you reach, Dominic?
40.
So imagine they can transform it more than 80% of that concentrate into high purity phosphoric acid. And more than that, Dominic and her team has developed a way to recover ilmenite, and they will produce titan oxide and also ferrous iron that is required too for LFP batteries. And more than that, another concentrate composed of magnetite that is a sellable product. Other question? Oh, Jenny. Can I? I don't know. I let you answer because I don't know if I can or not.
I have a general question. What's the advantage of LFP batteries compared to lithium-ion batteries other than safety?
Yeah, it lasts longer, first of all. And yes, we said safer, and the production is much more environmental friendly with this type of rock. Not generally, because all the other deposit, if it's sedimentary, it's not environmental friendly. For this type of deposit here, yes, it's better. But it's not like lithium, where you will need to use HPAL, for example. You don't need any autoclave. It's physical separation. Flotation is physical separation. So you can have high grade as phosphate rock just by doing this simple process. Yeah.
Carolyn, I have a question.
Yeah.
So is First Phosphate looking to take over the entire supply the entire LFP market for North America? Or?
They will stop probably for the time being. It's not sure at 100%, but they have in mind to pursue their activity up to producing the powder, the CAM powder, LFP powder, not producing the battery.
Right, but it's supplying a majority of that demand?
Yes, they have the intention, but as I said, I cannot promise for them.
And what's the reason? Why did they choose to target this market instead of the fertilizer market? Is it just because it's higher margin, and is it just purely a revenue and profit driven decision, or is there like a specific characteristic in their deposit that's more amenable to battery production versus?
Yeah, for sure. I would prefer John answer to that, but I can give you my personal idea on this. As I know, John is somebody with environmental conscience, and I like this way of client because this type of client, because he has some concern about what's happening to the planet actually, and he wants to help for decarbonize. So this company is committed to respect the environment, and I think the targeting first for this objective, and the market is there, and both sides, I think market is there also in fertilizer, but why wasting this pure rock on fertilizer when you can have a lot of sedimentary source elsewhere? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I cannot.
Annual production.
The annual production, I don't have this number. I just know that before 2032, they want to go up to production of 90,000 tons. But after that, I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jenny, another question? I think it's at around the same mineralogy. However, iron phosphate is located much more in the northern part, and there's no road, no access directly. So we need to build some hydroelectricity there. So capex is estimated to be higher. And I know a few years ago, a long time ago, I know that they dedicate this production for fertilizer, but I know that probably they changed their mind. So I cannot talk for them. However, it's much more economical to be near from the infrastructure and near from the Saguenay. Okay, I like the question.
You said partnership in lithium. What does that mean on your slide? When you're talking the supply chain?
Oh, yeah.
Partnership in lithium.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's mean that actually is looking for a partner for providing the lithium, if it's possible, to have some local source, to buy it, or have a kind of collaboration to produce LFP CAM. It's something possible for them.